Each year, the Pro Football Hall of Fame enjoys visitors who come from all over the world, from all 50 states up to 60 to 70 foreign countries who travel through our front doors. But it's not every day that we have a member who has a bronze bust here walk through our doors, but that's exactly what's happened today. Class of 1987 enshrinee Larry Csonka coming through the hall today with some friends to give a tour. A surprise visit for us, very exciting, but have your friends enjoyed your second home, as we call it?
I think any NFL fan considers it a kind of a treat day when you get to go through here and look at all the history that's preserved here. Not just players, but the history of the leagues as well, dating all the way back to the before 1900. And
I may be the first person, at least today, who's asked you, Green Bay Packers of 2011, they making you a little nervous?
I don't know if nervous is the you start to pay attention to it, but see, that's in itself, that kind of encapsulates what the bad step is for them. I mean, it starts out as a small monkey at about 8-0, and then it turns into an 800-pound gorilla by the time you go into the Super Bowl, with that much attention being paid by everyone and having to answer all those questions about it. The team, it takes some doing. I'll be surprised, but we'll wait and see.
Now, you were enshrined in 1987, but some people may not be aware. As a teenager, you were actually snuck into the groundbreaking of this place, not knowing that someday you might end up here. And now you're walking through, and to walk in today, you're seeing construction undergoing as we're undergoing our largest expansion and renovation. What does it mean, first as a fan, second as someone who has a bronze bust here, seeing the hall continue to grow?
I don't know if saying that hall continues to grow really describes what's going on here. The hall kind of continues to double about every 10 years. When I came here the first time in 1962, 61, somewhere around in there, I was a sophomore, I think, or a junior in high school, and I was over in Stowe, Ohio, and we flicked class that day and came down and saw some really great name players and snuck under the fence. And as it turns out, there was several of us here. I think Alan Page, Dawson. There was a number of fellas that were present that later became inductees into the Hall of Fame. So it was kind of a pretty exciting event as a kid, but it kind of paled by comparison to 1987 when I was in fact inducted.
267 bronze busts in here, 235 of the individuals in here are players. Pretty astute membership. What makes you most proud of your Hall of Fame career?
My teammates. I didn't get in here by myself. I rode in on their shoulders, and luckily a number of them are in here. The year I was inducted in '87, we also had one of my offensive linemen, Jim Langer, that was inducted. But I think instead of thinking about yourself or even the other inductees, when you come here, you think about all the players that were on the team. We'll soon be going down to Miami to celebrate the induction of Jim Mandich into the Walk of Fame there in Miami. He passed on just a few months ago, but he was one of my 72 teammates, and you can't help but see his face throughout the Hall of Fame because he was very much a part of that team, made the difference in one or two games that year. So it's hard to walk around here without thinking about your teammates.
Thank you, Larry.
Sure.
Larry Csonka from the class of 1987, one of the most bruising fullbacks in the history of the National Football League, making a surprise visit here in Canton today.